hear my voice clearly?
Yes,
Yes.
clearly.
Thank you so much. Now in this okay. In today's presentation, I will mainly focus on the brief history of SSBU and also the teaching programs here and also about the library. And the next one is the activities here in SSBU and the brief account of application in SSBU. Now let me move on to the brief history of SSBU. The founder of the SSBU is Wanariva Daudakamai Damasami, who is also well known as Oxford Seattle. And this university was founded in 2024, and it is located in Township, specifically in Piapu Yard. And the purpose of the university is, as mentioned here. Yes, Pomopia.
2024, right? Founder. Is that right?
Hello.
Okay.
2024, is that right?
Any mistakes? Yeah. So founded in the 2014.
Yeah, I did 2020.
It's very recently in 2024.
Hello?
Okay.
Hello?
Okay, Venerable, you take note, and then after the question, after her presentation, you can ask the error. Okay. Okay. No. Okay. Sally,
Hello?
go on. Okay. Sally, go on.
Yes. I think so that is telling something, I think.
Zoom little bit. You are putting say zoom a bit in, so too much, too large. You cannot see overview. Screen. Your screen window too large. Now it's okay. Okay. Sally, you can continue. Go on.
Yes, Pomopia. The purpose of the university is to download and uphold the torch of Dharma. It's like to illuminate the Dharma not only in Myanmar but also in Asia. Building the institutions of Buddhist university like here as SSBU. And now I will move on to the next part is the teaching program. Yeah, here in SSBU, mainly we have master 2-year master program and also postgraduate program in library and information management. And also we also have a program diploma in Pali and Buddhist studies. And also this year we opened a new program. This is BA in Pali and Buddhist studies. And also we have Lit Law in BA and MA. This is especially for Shan people. Mainly, we can say that we have 5 programs here in SSBU for those who are interested to study here. And now let me move on to the next part, teaching and learning here in SSBU. Here we mainly focus on student-based teaching and learning, and also we focus on library-based teachings and learning. So what is student-based teachings and learning? So
Yeah, for sure.
Cannot hear.
So cannot hear.
the students and also to familiarize students with self-directed learning and also to be able to get a topic specific essay writing also. And the next one is to conduct their independent research in the future. And the next one is the purpose of basing on this student teachers and learning is to develop a habit of lifelong learning and also sufficient study skills for a prospective and independent research career in Buddhism as for their lifelong studying. These are the criteria and also the purpose of focusing on the student-based teachings and learning. And now let me move on to the library-based learnings. Here, The main purpose of basing on library teachers learning is to make the SSBU library a primary referral Buddhist library holding books and reference resources of various forms. In the future, the SSBU library dedicated to become a reference source of the Buddhist university, not only in Myanmar actually, it will become uh, among the Asia Buddhist University also. And here, currently in our library, we have housed over 50,000 books, originally from Europe and also America and Asia. And most of these books are really a scholarly type, which is reliable for the student for their studying, reading, and also for their reference also. And also, we can also available for diverse areas or subjects and disciplines. It means that we can study Buddhism not only in between the Buddhism, but also we can study from other areas like economic and also politics and also like archaeology, something like this. We are here now. We are providing uh, the subjects area, the diverse subjects areas in our library university. Yes, and the next here, this is the our library building, which is just finished. Maybe last year it just finished our university. This is the uh, outside features. And now let me explain a little bit about in our university. Of course, that we have a certain activities like the most significant activities in our university is that annual conference. At the birthday of our rector Sayadaw Dr. Kamai Damasami, he used to hold the conference, international conference. This is we used to annually held, and also this year we also have a conference which mainly focus on the prominent leaders and also the Buddhist scholars. I want to invite you all to be able to participate in this auspicious occasion. Of course, that we also have other types of religious activities like Katina ceremonies and also like other forms of like monthly festival also. And now let me move on to another part is a brief account of application. Here, used to give an announcements of the application to SSBU around November and December. Usually we use the social media, and you can also have a look at the SSBU website. And usually the deadline of the application is on 1st February. And of course that you will have if you want to join to SSBU, you have to take the entrance exam, and it's usually launched at the March at March. And also the program, all the programs that I have mentioned previously used to start in May. And the requirements for the application is that, of course, that here in our university, the median is mainly English, apart from Shan program. For this, you have to acquire a certain level of English skills. For example, for MA, you might have IELTS around 5.5. For BA, you must have IELTS mark around IELTS. Sorry, I used to use very briefly for myself. You might have a IELTS score for the BA, just it's around 4. For the diploma students, you might have IELTS scores around 4.5, I think maybe 5 or 4.5. Yeah, and also you have to write about your personal statements. As I have mentioned earlier, you have to take the entrance exam. You have to submit your certificates and academic transcripts also. These are the basic requirements for your application to the any program to SSBU. And we move on to the this will be the last part for my presentation. Yeah, for the monastic people, for the accommodation, food and fees. For monastic people, tuition fee, accommodation fee, and food are fully sponsored by our university. It means that you don't have to worry about your dwelling place, food, and also costs for the learning here. And but for lay people, you will get the tuition fee and also food are sponsored by our university, but accommodation is not sure. If you want to join to SSBU, you have to pay for your accommodation by yourself. A limitation of the building here. And for the fees that you have to spend here is well, the cost for like registration, like personnel travel expenses, library fees, and also the for the copies that you have done here, you have to pay by yourself, of course, and also printing and the Wi-Fi fee also important, and also you have to you have to pay the graduation fee by yourself. Yeah, these all are about the briefly. I just introduced about briefly about the SSBU. Yeah, this was about my presentation.
Okay. My teacher. So,
Yes.
so in your
Yes.
presentation, so I understood that the 7 subtitle you explained to us. So the first one is history of SSBU, and second one is about the library, and the third one is teaching program as the SSBU, and the fourth one is the how the SSBU the teaching and learning program in the SSBU. The fifth one is the activity in SSBU. And the sixth one is pre-account of the application. And the final one is the accommodation, food, and fee. So altogether, 7 subtitle I understood there. So very good presentation, very informative presentation for the audience. Now we will open the floor for the question. So if you have any question, please feel free to unmute yourself or type it in the chat. So we will address it. Okay, let's start the audience.
So far, Pomobia, I got some question in Viber.
Okay.
Do I have to start from there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. It is
Okay.
better. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. The first question is how the SSBU is dealing with the education among the other mainly focus on the differences between differences from other university. So for this question, for me, in my understanding, and also the pace that our university going is that it's mainly the teachers and learning time here also mainly focus on the Oxford teachers and learning time. That's why it's much different from other university because we don't have exam type. We just have to spend our studying, reading and writing, our essay, and also our here we call it ISB, Independent Study Project, is a kind of time paper. And also we have thesis, and therefore we don't have exam here. And we have, of course, that we have to write the certain essays and ISB. This is how we are going. This is for first question. And the second question is that it's about the preparation for trying to MA program in SSBU. I think I have already mentioned briefly about in my PowerPoint slide, but let me explain a little bit here more. Yeah, mainly what you really need is that you will need a IELTS mark at least 5.5. Because if you don't have certain skill for certain English skills at that level, you will not be able to acquire what the teacher is given to you. And here also we have the teachers. Some of the teachers, they are really they are foreigner from the Western country. That's why so as to get what they are teaching to you, you need a certain skill in English. That's why we always demand the student to have higher skills. And also, of course, that you have to prepare a certain, like a personal statement. You have to send your certificates. They all must be in English. Yeah. And this is I think I have already answered for the first and second question. Yeah, so far my question in Viva is finished. Now, any participants and any question?
Yes, I got one question.
Yes,
Okay.
welcome.
I am new to this group, so the exam is February 1, so how should I do it? How should I do the exam? Because I'm new to this group.
Uh, of course that I think that I haven't explained I missed one point that for MA level you have to finish BA degree. For those who have study in traditional Pali, at least they might finish the Majarya. This is for MA level. For BA level, you might finish your matriculation examination. Or for the monastic people who are studying traditional Pali, they might finish at least Ajita. Only you have finished all of these level, you may be able to join to this university. Yeah, diploma program also like you might have a B level. Yes.
Okay, Bande Ukunenda from Thailand. So you need you want to ask one question to Ciali, and this I just remind you.
Yes, Bendy, thank you. Sally, I just find out for the establishment date, the establishment date, not date of the year at 2024, or would be round for the 2014. The SSB used it already 10 years. So my suggestions for to point out. And then another word, my question is, so does SSBU become to register as the government university, or like any accredited or affiliated with any other Buddhist university, not only in Burma but also for the other country?
So far our university already registered in government, and we have already succeed in that part, but I don't know exactly about like UX recognition from out of Myanmar. Yeah, but
Awesome.
here we usually go with the sign of our rector Sierra Dr. Kamai Damasami if we want to join university out of Myanmar. But our university, we got a recognition from government recently. Yeah, yeah, already got it.
Yeah. So as far as I understand, in Myanmar, for the government universities, state-owned accreditation or recognitions is just only for the ITBMU and another two universities from Yangon and Manali for SBSU. So this is the fourth university in Myanmar, especially for the Buddhist university. SSBU is.
Not only SSBU, this year I had Bandabunang. They also got a recognition from the government, not only our
more.
university. Yeah, yeah. I had some university also get it, like Bandabunang and SSBU
Yes.
this year.
Oh,
Not
this
this
year.
year, last year, I think. Yeah,
Last
yeah.
year.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Okay.
yeah. Thank you so much, Bendy, for your question.
Okay.
And I see in the message box one question.
Yeah. Venerable Chaita, you have the question, so you can ask the CL. Okay, now.
Thank you. Thank you. I have one question. So regarding the inclusiveness, so SSBU, as I know, given its ethnicity-based name or state-based name, so I'm curious about how it promote the inclusiveness for the student from the diverse background. So could you share your experience with the university approach to fostering an inclusive environment?
But could you elaborate a little bit more? What do you want to mean for the inclusiveness?
So because of, as we all know, the name given to the university is the Shan state. So it's belong to only for the Shan ethnicities or the people in the Shan
Uh,
state. Or I want to know
yeah,
about the
yeah.
inclusiveness. If we are
Okay,
the from the diverse background.
yeah. Yeah. I got the point. What you want to mean now? Actually, um. Now, SSBU is intended to be international. It means like the inclusive will be diverse form, like maybe local or foreign also. Now, in our university, we have foreigner also, like from Vietnam, Sri Lanka, and also Malaysia, from America, and also we have some other students from like Bangladesh, from other university, and the university now. Formally, I also heard that I'm not sure this university dedicated mostly for Shan people. That's why they given the name Shan State Buddhist University. But later they opened app, and now this university is intended for international university, and also invited all the students from not only local but also abroad. Yeah, I think I answer your question.
Thank you. You clear my doubt.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Bandy.
Okay. Next one is CLA or the E2 forum, right? CLA. Okay. So you
Iju
E2
Forum.
forum. Okay.
That's me.
Okay.
That's me, Mo.
Okay.
It's our
Sorry.
learning group. It's all
Uh,
right.
okay.
Perfect.
Your question. Okay.
Yeah. I have one or two or three questions. But yeah,
Okay.
first of all, thank you, Sally, for sharing us your prestigious university. And when I learned about your showpiece, the library housing more than 50,000 books, is it limited to your students, house students, or is it accessible for anybody, whoever interested, since that you have an intentions to become international and all? You started sharing with any other universities in Myanmar, or what are your plans?
You mean you want to mean that is there I have any limitation with my library?
Yeah, what about the access? Is it limited to
Yeah.
your house students only, or anyone can use it online, or what's your library
Yeah, so far,
organization?
yes. So far, our university can afford only to look at students who are studying here. Of course, that in the future, the university is trying to provide to all the students from outside of university. Now we have a e-library. We are trying to establish an e-library, and we also have it. But so far, we cannot given of borrowing from uh like an ebook. Now we still have some sort of limitation till now because of the needs from many perspectives. Yeah, requirements also. Yeah.
Thank you, Sally. And one last question regarding your
Yes.
access program. When you say library-based learning, you put the learner into the library, everything on their own, or is there any guideline or syllabus that they have to follow? Because you
Of
mentioned about
course.
international lecturers and a little bit mix up.
Yeah. Actually, uh, the teachers they give us a guidance how to use library, and also of course that not only the way to use library, but also the teacher given us many guidance the way how we have to pursue in our studying, also like as we have to use our library, we must have a certain skill of reading. They give us like a reading skills, the skill to use library, and also the skill to write our essay. Also, they provide us all these skills, and later we have to go by ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it applicable for all level of studies, from undergrad to postgrad?
Yeah, of course. They give us like as you mentioned, according to level. Yeah. All the guidance give according to level. Yeah.
Okay, Sally, thank you.
Yeah, almost welcome. And also thank you.
Okay, next question for Rewata from Vietnam. Hot Trin Chi, right? Hot Trin Chi, right?
Yes. Thank you, Venerable Sopana.
Okay.
Thank you, Sayale, for your clearly presentation about SBU. I've heard that your school is going to share knowledge with international students, and I've heard in your presentation that your university is planning a teaching program called Palian Studies. I don't remember for BA or MA, but the question is, I wonder that your school, are there any special points in the teaching approach? I mean, the modern teaching or any kinds of ways to share knowledge with international students that they may find hard with the Pali language. So, are there any special points in the teaching method? And I also want to hear from your experience as a student at SBU.
Yes. So you want to focus how mainly focus on Pali, how we are providing Pali letter, right? Because we include also Pali, right?
I take Pali as an example. So I want to ask about the modern teaching approach. How your school approach the difficult points of Buddhism for the international students.
Yeah, actually, I mentioned one program, diploma program for Pali and Buddhist studies. Of course, that there will be two level. Two level it is like this. For those who really don't have anything about Pali, they can join to diploma program. For Pali and Buddhist studies. There you have to learn very basics, starting from the very basics about the Pali and also Buddhisms, and also the way to write, how to write your essay also. They all included in this diploma program. For those who directly join to MA program, you might have a basic Pali background without having Pali, because you also have to take one ASIN for Pali. That's why you might have a basics knowledge about the Pali. And if you want to join to MA program, but it's just very basics. You don't need to be excellent enough in Pali because you are going here to study, right? But if you would have a basic knowledge, it will be more beneficial for you. And if you don't have no knowledge about Pali, it will be proper for you to join to diploma class. Yeah, we created diploma class for those who don't have like a business knowledge of Buddhism and also Pali. Yeah. And
Thank
also
you,
here.
Sayale. Yeah.
Yeah.
Continue your talk. Continue.
Yeah. And the next thing is that here the way of teaching Pali is a modernized way, not in traditional way. And also, even though you have joined only 1 year diploma class, you will know everything about Pali, which what you need to know as at a basic level. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
I have the very last question is about I have heard your clearly presentation about everything, but I want to hear from your experience. How do you feel about the staff, the accommodation, and the teacher? I mean, the lecturers there.
So far, I have only experience of attending the university only in Myanmar. I have never experienced learning abroad. If I have to share my experience, for me, studying here is also very, very fantastic. Because for me, I just grew up from the traditional learning. when I reach here, of course, everything is challenging for me because I have to write essay every day. I have to write essay, and I have never experienced about it. And also I don't have exam. For me, if I have to answer, taking exam is more easy instead of writing an essay, because I just prepare something ahead and I just memorize and write down. In exam is easy for me, but thinking for many essays or writing is really consuming. But after learning 2 years here, I have noticed to myself that I have improved a lot, in everything, in my taking skill also. Uh, After learning here, I came to realize about the real education, and also I have noticed what I really want, and also I want to go in my education. Yeah.
Okay, I do
It's my
appreciate your answer. Thank you.
okay. Thank you so much.
Very last question. Seattle, Veku Gunendana from BSc. Okay, now you had the question, I think. Very last question. Okay.
Thank you, Benny. Sally, I have a more question, or especially for a person who is really interested in our Buddhism and also study in our like a bachelor degree or master degree. So, but who has no experience about Pali or any other monastic educations. There's no background for that kind of education, but who's already graduated from any university in Myanmar or any other country, but who really want to join at the SSBU from the beginning of the master degree program or whatever the bachelor degree program. So you have already mentioned about that the modern technique for how to approach the Pali language. So is it possible to even the lay person or any monk or nuns who is the very beginning of the Pali language?
Of course, they can, as I have mentioned, it's also depend on the one who want to join to SSBU. He can have a look himself that he will be able to join to like a he also have to look at his language skill. And some people here, I also experience different students and different level and different background. Some students they are good at their English is very good at because they already be in foreign right. But when they came here, their essays is they didn't get the one that they want, and they feel never satisfied about this because it means that they need academic skill. Having language skill is not enough for all the students. They also need academic skill. For some students, they have academic skill. They know how to work academically, but their language is very limited. So it will be depend bandy. Actually, Pali, Pali knowledge is not will not be a barrier for them. And I also don't want to suggest to much focus on Pali. I want them to focus on academic skills and also English skill. If they will have these two things, everything will be fine here because for the Pali section, even though here we are providing Pali lecture is not too much heavy for all the students. And also, we actually annually we have another program, philological pathway. This is it just like specializing to the Pali students. For those who are good at in Pali, they can directly join to that program. But later, because of the very, very few students who join to that program, later they close it. And also because of the limitation of teacher. And therefore, we already have a Pali program here for those who are really expert in Pali. And also, we also give like a applying pathway. This is mainly focused on the Buddhism to apply in any discipline. That's why they are for those students we here in our university we normally do not like stress on Pali. Yeah, that's why you don't have to be any worry about in your Pali when you are trying to SSBU. Yes, I think I answer your question. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much,
Yeah.
Sally and all the audience. Okay, thank you so much, Sally. Your very informative presentation for this time. Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much, Pampopia. Thank you
Okay.
so much, all the questioners and also all the participants, all the vulnerable also. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now it is my pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Seattle Venerable Kusala Sami from Germany. So the Seattle Venerable Kusala Sami is the co-founder of the Dhamma School Foundation and the Germany Myanmar Buddhist Center, as well as a chief abbot of the Dhammachaya Buddhist Center in Denmark. So additionally, Seattle served as a lecturer at Goethe University in Frankfurt, Germany. So please join me in welcoming Venerable Seattle Kusala Sami to present his presentation. Okay, Seattle, please, the floor is yours.
Okay, good evening, everybody. First of all, I would like to thank you, Venerable Seattle, Tawagu Seattle, Venerable Wisuda, and for inviting me to give a chance to share my missionary experience in Europe. So my topic, as I have discussed with the Seattle Wisuda, my topic is more personal compared to the presentation of the Sialima teacher about the SSPU. So I also expect to share what I'm doing in Europe, and also I expect the question from the participants. So then, based on the questions, we will discuss about, and also if I need, I explained based on that or these questions. Yeah. So that's what I have expected to do in this discussion or this session. So the Venerable Seattle Uisuda have sent me some questions. So first of all, I think let me answer the question. Yeah.
First, we should read the question first.
Oh, okay. So the first question is what is the difficulties to live in the Europe where there are not so many Buddhist people? So, but I think from my point of view, we have to define the difficulties or how we see the difficulties. Yeah. So, in Europe, but I need to inform the situation, the place I live in, the Frankfurt, the city in Germany. Yeah. So here in the Frankfurt, there are around 200 to 500 Buddhist people are living here in Frankfurt. Maybe 1,000 people around Germany. So that's why for the foods and accommodation, I don't need to. I don't have any difficulties for that. People come to offer.
Myanmar people.
Yeah, Myanmar Buddhist people. Yeah, Myanmar Buddhist people. They usually regularly come to offer the foods. So that's why about the foods and accommodation, I don't have any difficulties. About the culture. So culture too, even though I'm living in the Europe, mostly the I live in the Burmese society, not in the European society, yeah, openly to say. But I will explain year by year how I get in touch with the other society too. So, but most of the time, I get contact with the Burmese people. So that's why about the culture too, not very much difficulties I have. But you know, the cultural conflicts happens with the new generation. Yeah, new generation. So even though I'm teaching the children, the Burmese Buddhist children, Buddhism, I teach to them, but when they reach the 16 year, 18 years, they don't want to practice Buddhism. Yeah, so they flow to into the Western culture. Yeah, so that's why they don't want to come to me and come to temple, and they don't want to involve in the religious activities. So like that, and also they don't want to practice or they don't want to follow the Burmese culture. They want to live according to the Western culture. Yeah, so in that case, sometimes we are not happy to see this young generation living. They are not living according to the Burmese culture. They are living as a Western culture. Yeah. So that's why, if I have to say it, there's also a kind of difficulties. Yeah. So, but we have to. This one might be another topic. What's in my mind? What we should do? Yeah, for the missionary work. So we have to. Sometimes we have to adapt the new culture. Yeah, new culture. Sometimes we say the neo Buddhism or something like that. So we cannot keep everything as it is like in Myanmar. Yeah. So that is the first question. So next one is the as a layperson, might be the question is a layperson. As a layperson, how to get involved in the missionary works as a layperson? Yeah. So I think I think the question are also thinking about to do the missionary work in Europe as a layperson. I think um, as a layperson, if you want to do the missionary work, you have to practice meditation, you have to learn the Buddhism, and also you can make, even though even if you cannot live in Europe, you can offer the meditation sessions and Buddhism class online. So in this way, you can get involved in the missionary works as a lay person. Yeah. So there are other many kinds of things that you can do. Okay. So next one is what exactly is missionary? Yeah. What does a missionary means? So, missionary, I think a mission. Yeah. So mission, doing something with a specific purpose. I think it is called the missionary. So missionary, but from my definition or from my point of view, as a Buddhist monk, yeah, as perspective of the Buddhist monk, the mission should start within first. Yeah. So as a Buddhist monk, I don't know the other mission, a mission, like, for example, as a Buddhist monk, if you want to promote the Buddhism, you have to make a mission in your mind, like practicing the meditation, learning meditation, and also developing the loving kindness. So some good qualities you have to do first within. So that is a first mission, should be first mission, I think. Yeah. So if you don't have that, if you don't do that mission, you cannot promote the Buddhism, and you cannot share your Buddhist teaching to other people. So that's why the missionary definition of the missionary, that mission should come should be developed first within. So next one, the definition of the usual definition of the missionary is for the Buddhist monk, propagation and promotion. There is a two parts. So for my personal personal experience, the propagation, not about Myanmar, in Europe. So propagation means there are many Burmese Buddhist people who are still believing in the Buddhist teaching, and we have to maintain. Yeah, we have to maintain. They don't left. Yeah, they won't left the Buddhism. So that is a propagation. That's my duty in Europe. So second is the promotion. Yeah, promotion of the Buddhist teaching. So promotion, I have to teach them. I have to nurture the children to follow the Buddhism, and also to establish the Buddhist organization and Buddhist centers around the Europe. So as much as we can. So this is called the missionary. So briefly to say, the missionary of the in my case, missionary means doing for the propagation and promotion of the Buddhist teaching. That is called the missionary. And next one is the presentation, Buddhism or teaching, meditation. This is connected with that same the definition of the missionary. Preaching, teaching Buddhism and teaching meditation, of course, it is a part of the missionary. And which population is in regular contact with the missionary in terms of age and gender? This is so limited in Europe, and most of the people, especially the new generation. But as far as I know, even not the new generation, like 40 to 50, the people, as far as contact, in contact with the locals, it's like German and Danish and Netherlands. So they are not they don't believe in the creation, creation like a Christian or any kind of religious belief. They don't have. They are living as an atheism, atheism. So most of the people, which population, in terms of age and gender. So the people mostly who come to me is around 25 to 40 or 50. But they came to me, especially they want to practice meditation. So they don't come, I like a Buddhism, I want to become a Buddhism. They're not like that. So I just want to calm down my mind. I just want to practice. I just want to know how to start practicing meditation. As you all know that meditation is becoming more and more popular, around the globe. So that's why in terms of age and gender, it's a gender. That's gender also the question I wants to know. The gender here too, but in the Burmese society, mostly, of course, you all know that the female, the woman, they mostly come to offer foods, and they come to join the some events, religious event, mostly women. And in the foreigner, I think it's not like that. Some youths, borns, they want to practice a meditation. But most of the meditation teachers in Germany who has contact with me, mostly the female. Yeah. Even in my class, I have I will explain by yearly later about my class. So most of the participants are female. Yeah. So any nuns or missionary overseas, as far as I know, in Europe, there is only one Burmese nun, only one Burmese nuns, but there are some European Buddhist nuns too here in Europe. In my contact, there is three German Buddhist nuns, and three in Belgium, and three from the England. Yeah, so that's in my contact. So regularly we make a discussion online. So that's the question. Any nuns or missionary overseas? Any requirements needed to prepare for nuns or mission overseas except English language? Requirements. Okay. Requirements basically, you need to learn the Buddhist teaching first. Of course, it's needless to say, yeah. So for the missionary requirements for the missionary work, you need to know about the Buddhism, and also you must have the meditation practice. That's what we main main things that you have to do in Europe, because of people mostly, as I have already said, most of the people they will come to you for the meditation, not for any other reason. Yeah. So that's why you must have the meditation experience. So I think that's all. But if you want to make it, or if you want to establish a very big center, you need money. So that's why any requirements about that. So except English. So English also we need. But for Europe, English you don't need. Yeah, you don't need English. In Germany, if you know the German language, so then you can do that. Okay, so that's the question I have already. Here.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So any question to ask this Seattle? The question and answer session already. You can ask any question if you has. Okay, any question?
Yeah. Venerable, thank you for sharing.
Okay, Venerable Saita.
Yeah. This kind of question or maybe like discussion. So like you were talking about the missionary in Europe, but especially the Burmese community. So how about the international community, especially the German community, of course? Venerable, like kind of considering your Germany already has many great Buddhist scholars, like nowadays, Bhikkhu Analayo, right? And back in the day, Jnana Punika, Jnana Tiloka, so such a great Buddhist scholars. So we as a Burmese Buddhist monk to survive in UK or Europe. So what specific skills are the most essential for a Buddhist missionary? So like should focus be more on variety, I mean the literatures or the more peripati meditation. So what challenges might raise from the navigating these two aspects in the Western context, especially specifically in German community context?
Okay. So thank you for your question. I have to admit that I always said, even if I'm teaching in the university as a lecturer on the subject Burmese Buddhism and Burmese language and culture, is the two subjects I'm teaching in the Goethe University. I always admit that I feel not ready, even, especially even though I'm teaching in English to the foreign people, I always thinking I don't have enough confidence, enough confidence. So, I have been here 10 years already in Europe, and I get that confidence about 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago, because before that time, maybe around before the 2019, I just live in the Burmese community, but only after the 2019, I get some contact with the like Abhidhamma.com. Abhidhamma.com is especially they are promoting the Abhidhamma. So the leader of that organization is the Aya Aganyani, the German Buddhist nun. She is the translator of the uh, many Buddhist books written by the Pamukha Josiaro. Pamukha Josiaro, she translated. Even the book Guide to Tipitaka, she translated into the German. So, so your question, I have to say, I was not ready to contact. Yeah, I don't have confidence to do that. So, but now I'm start, increasing the contact with the international, the Buddhist learners like Abhidhamma.com, and also the organization of the International Buddhist Land. So regularly I met with them. So as a missionary monk, we should not focus on solely to the Burmese people. If we want to promote or enlarge our society or Buddhist society or Buddhist atmosphere, so then we should focus on the non-Burmese people too.
Sure.
Okay.
Venerable, so because I asked this question, back in the day, like German monks, Jnana Punikas, they learned meditation from Burmese Mahasi traditions, and then that was the great contribution for the modern mindfulness practices in Europe. So that's why I'm thinking that such kind of promoting the Burmese Vipassana practices in Germany will be our good potentials, because nowadays I have some contact with the Germany. They are the technology company. They're doing they're trying to developing the kind of virtual mindfulness program. They're having the devices like Google devices, or also I'm not really familiar with these texts, but they are trying to develop kind of virtual mindfulness practices. So for us, for the Burmese monk, do you think such kind of meditation is the promoting the meditation is the potentials?
Yeah, I also have heard about some news, even a very big company and some big hotels, they offer the meditation course. But when I learn in the internet and when I contact them, most of that's kind of ceremony or events, meditation events, they are uh, they are made with the German language. That is a language barrier also. It's a very difficult. Yeah. In England, in Australia, in the US, there is no language barrier. If you know the English language, that's enough. But in German, there's one other very big problem for me to, some in my class, when I start the Abhidhamma class, there is over 64 people join my class, but they thought I would teach in German. So that's why the half of the students after the first time, we thought you will teach in German. So then uh, so that's why there's a language problem also very difficult, not only in the Germany but also in Denmark, where I founded Dhamacaya Buddhist Center. So now they're here, Venerable Vujita Sara, he is a chief resident monk there. And so even in Denmark, I established this Dhamacaya Buddhist Center in 2017, and because of the language, Danish language, so the monks who stayed there, they don't have the language, they don't know the Danish language, so that's why a lot of problems happen there. So in my experience too, if I know the German language, then it will be more helpful to promote the Buddhism. So not only the Buddhism, but also the meditation. But you may tell me then, hey, why you don't learn the German? I have passed the German language that like a high school level, but I always prefer to speak in English. I prefer to use English in the Germany in the university too. So that's why I forgot. So if I practice more, I may be more. It will be more helpful for me.
Thank you for your question, Venerable.
Okay,
Thank you
the
so
next
much.
question where we from Thailand, no, but Uganda, okay, no? Okay.
First of all, here is I'm really glad to see you as the first time we are on an online Venerable Shadow Usalasami. I'm just curious to know, and then I'm quite confused about the missionary. So one of the Burmese monks are going to the Europe countries or any other Western countries. So the second, the priority is for the English language, and then this approach for the Burmese community first. But I'm not sure it is like an approach to the Burmese community or any other just for the local people who are in their native country. So what is the main purpose for the missionary? So I'm not clear about that for the academically or any other purpose going to apply for those people, the Burmese people or any other, and then foreigners who are local. And then as I heard about that, the Burmese people from the Burmese community, they don't want to or study continuously at the age of the 16 or 18. So because they are living in and growing up in Germany or in the European countries, so of course they don't want any other this kind of religions. They do not want to focus. So just only can we be teachings of the some kinds of the sutta is a very reliable and suitable for them, and then some kinds of mindfulness or meditation practices. This is just a very beginning step. So yeah, that's all. Venerable.
Okay. So there might be a lot of reasons, yeah, why they disconnect with the Burmese community and the Buddhist community. And after here in Europe, after the 14 years, they go to work. At the same time, they are studying. They're working in the restaurant as a waitress or waiter, and they don't have a time. So at the same time, they are studying, so they are very busy. So and also on the other hand, they think that maybe the reflection from the society where they are living. So the society, the atmosphere We don't need God. We have to walk. We have to rely on ourselves. And so maybe that also the reason. Yeah. So that's why they think they don't need to come. They don't need to do that. They don't want to be a religious person. So maybe that's why. But what I think is after sometimes maybe when they reach to the 30, 35, 40, they will return back to the Buddhism, because in Europe, the people, it looks very peaceful. Yeah, they look very peaceful, and they have a car, they have a shelter. They don't need to worry for financial matter. They don't have any kind of problems, but inside they always worry. That's I see. And also you can read in the internet too. I think 15 or 20% of the Western people have a mental disorder. Mental disorder. They don't have. They have a depression. Sometimes some German men, they come to me and then they cry in front of me or something like that. So when they have a lot of stress, I think they will come back to their religion. I think so. But the Sudha, the religious ideology, they are not interested. Even when they reach to the 13 to 14, hey, why we pay homage to the Buddha? Why we have to pay respect to the mother, father? It's very difficult to explain why we should pay respect to the parents, grandparents, monks. Especially monks. Hey, monks is a stranger. Why we have to bow down in front of him? So there is a lot of question. Yeah. So that's why sometimes I explain as much as I can, but sometimes we have to let it go. Okay, I expecting they will return back in some times. One thing what I
Okay.
remember is the here I think the Venerable Chida, and also the Venerable Gune there too. If you all have I think sometimes I see this dialogue or discussion, the modern, approach, modern approach to the new generation. If you know that, you can use that. Most of the mind class here too. Mind class too online, so you also can do the online. In this way too, you can, like what is it? The psychological. There's mental problems. So that's why you can do the online. And if you have new approach to the new generation, then I encourage to do that.
Wendy.
Okay. So next question from India, I think. Edu Foran, from the India, right?
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Pumo, for your complete honesty.
Okay.
I shoot you most of the questions, and you answered very much in full. So you are now Tom Cruise. It's not mission impossible. You are making your mission complete. While I'm asking you a lot of age and gender, when I'm working with quite a number of religious scholars, I could come across some of these CLA, Dilashin, people like Sally Desa, and quite a number of shining stars CLAs in my group. And when the other day we talk about missionary at ITBMU is limited to monks only due to the frontier missionary service and all in Myanmar. But now that a country is opening, we have quite a number of international connections, promotions, and also I would like you give it a thought on your network or online links and all, because I live some time in UK and usually I'm very much in European culture, live and work there. What I felt is that when people came to call monastery a monastic house, some of the girls and women, and from your side, Pongji, dealing, teaching with Dagama and young or old, whatever, the female clients, I could see that when you have a Siale missionary there should be quite a number of things that they can be able to discuss more intimately. I'm not trying to gender discriminate, but there are quite a number of girls talk, intimacy and all. And your Pongji, you have quite a number of Winnie codes and proximity is always there. So I would suggest there are number of Siale, Tila Shen here, very high and mighty. They learned a lot of studies. They also have good communication skills and all. So Pompo, on your network and line, I would suggest you please give it a thought to promote Myanmar Tila Shen here to get international exposure and to be in line with these missionary and all. So that's my little request to you, Pomo. And my little advice to you, it's good that you started going out, mingling with the local people. You started gaining your confidence. So that's the natural learning process. It's really good, Pomo. Please keep up your good work. I really appreciate you and your good missions there.
Yeah, Dagmaji, I'm also thinking, I was thinking, thinking to invite the Siali. Sometimes Sialis are more, how to say, they can communicate with the people like the same. When we go to the conference, we have to sit somewhere. We cannot. I don't know. You understand what I mean? That you cannot. You cannot. Yeah, we cannot behave like Siali. Siali can sit between the two ladies or something like that, and also some the Buddhist nuns they more how to say suitable to communicate with the people. Monks have a lot of limitation. So that's why I was thinking to invite Siali, but the problem is, so one challenge we can say like that is in Europe, here in Germany, and to stay in Europe, at least only for the health insurance, 650 euros per month. That's also a problem. There's not very many Burmese people live, so that's why I cannot invite many monks and many Siali. So that is one problem. Is a cost. It's very expensive, and also for the shelter. In Germany, I live in the apartment. It's not enough space, and also in Denmark, it's a big temple, we can say. Not compare with the Burmese temple, Myanmar temple in Myanmar, but compared to some monastery in Europe, it's quite big. There's several rooms, but the problem is the visa problem. Yeah, so maybe in the future, is maybe next 10 years, there might be the nunnery school that will offer the chance to to do the missionary work
10
for
years
the
too long.
Buddhist
10 years
nuns.
too
Yeah,
long for both.
I cannot do that.
Yeah,
I'm
in your network, it's not necessarily to be in Bonn and Frankfurt. If
you
you
know,
have this network, should be
Tekamaji,
able to start
yeah.
thinking about it now that you gave it a thought. So you are already on the track. I think we should be able to work together, not just yourself
Okay.
here and there. Pompo
You
and Sally
can
side
imagine.
by side or in a good team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dealing to the
So
different
Tekamaji,
clients.
you can, yeah, okay. You can imagine that that Sally
start working, not just
Aganyani,
dreaming.
Sally Aganyani, the follower of the Pamokaju Seattle, I'm trying to discuss with her. Sally, you should have the Buddhist center, especially for the nuns, Buddhist nuns. You should have it. She also still living in the apartment. So, but I encourage him. I encourage her to start a bigger monastery for the Buddhist nuns. She's not interested. They like, European culture is also a part of the European culture. They don't want to involve in many things, not like a Burmese Buddhist monk. They want to live in the small room with the few Judies, something like that. So even the European nuns, they don't want to do that. So next month too, I have the ordination ceremony. I have to ordain it's a Belgian girl. She also doesn't want to make a bigger one. So that's why but okay, don't worry. I will think about how to start a new nunnery school in Europe.
Yeah. Thank you, Pompo. Yeah, the
Okay.
logistics will be another people problem. We concentrate on the technical and mindset over here, just to be open up. Thank you, Pompo.
Okay. The next
Thank you very
question
much.
goes to Honorable Wana, right? Honorable Wana.
Yes, pleased to meet you, Sarah,
Okay.
and question.
Okay, you can.
Yes, I want to ask the question. Before I ask the question, I want to thank Tawagu Sarah for participate Sarah Kusala Sami. So he said that some generation they don't want to come to monastery. So I think that if they don't want to come monastery, they will be from Buddhist culture. This kid how to sort as the Buddhist math.
And sorry, I don't get the point of your question.
Yes, Avandi. You see that does people Gen Z, does people they don't want to come Buddhist monastery. So if they don't want to come Buddhist monastery, they will be from far our Buddhist culture.
Yeah.
This keep the home to sort as the Buddhist man.
Okay. So
it's very interested for me. So I asked the question.
Okay. So there's a lot to talk about that.
Yes.
But one thing what I want to tell you is I always tell the students, at least I'm in contact with the university students as at the agency around the 20. And I always tell them the more you become the true atheist, true atheist, the more you are approaching to the Buddhism.
Yes, right.
You are so getting nearer to the Buddhism. What is the main idea of the atheism? Yeah.
Yes,
so
yes.
atheism, they don't believe in creation. They don't believe in the God.
Yes.
Everything, according to the other religions, especially the create the religion who believe in creation, and they always say everything's happened according to God's will. So this Gen Z, new generation, they don't believe that. So if they don't believe in God, if they don't believe in the creation, if they believe their action, so that is a Buddhism.
Yes.
That is a Buddhism. So that's why, and if you say you don't believe in God, if you say you believe in your cause and effect action, so then you become a Buddhist. So that's why. But what I understand is they are confused or they are reluctant to follow the old tradition.
Yes.
They think, that the Buddhist people in front of the Buddha, they are offering the candles and what is it? I forgot that. So, okay. So that is a traditional Buddhist, yeah?
Yes.
Rites and rituals. They are very reluctant to follow that. They don't, they think it is unnecessary. So, yeah, unnecessary. The most important, so they are going to the real, what is it? Real teachings of the Buddhism.
Yes.
I think so. So that's why I'm not worried. I don't feel sad,
Yeah.
I don't feel sad. So they are more and more getting close to close connection with the Buddha, Buddhist idea. So that's why I'm not worried. I don't feel anything.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you, sir, for your answer. Today is a very high speech. When I sit with you, I have your name. When I was the young, you is the most admired person for us. So I also want to see your face and want to see to you. Tonight we happy. We can see to you. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vadi.
Okay, thank you. The very good question. Okay, next, the question go to Honorable Chaita, right? Honorable Chaita. Okay, Chaita.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, Venerable, I have another question. With due respect, Venerable. So, in the history of the Burmese Buddhist foreign missions, the challenges of monastic discipline we often lead to the stories of disrobe. So, how can this while maintaining our monastic vows?
I don't know. Sorry, such a good show question. I think disrobe amongst disrobe is it depends on the personal. Some people when they go abroad, like in US, there is a lot of job opportunity. If I disrobe, definitely what I can say is I will not be a poor person. I will have a job, I will have a good house, car. I may have worldly pleasurable things or something like that. So we don't need to any worry. So that's why it's easy to disrobe in Europe. So that's why I think I don't know how to prevent from disrobing. And also, it is not that it is there's something that we need to prevent from disrobing. If they want, do it.
True. Because that becomes a stigma among the Burmese Buddhist community in the country. I mean, in Myanmar, like some ordained devotees said, "Venerable, don't ever try to go to foreigners, or don't ever try to do the foreign missionary. You're gonna disrobe very soon." So that kind of stigma,
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Venerable.
Okay, the next
Okay,
question
welcome.
for I don't know that how can I pronounce the anime? No? The questionnaire, you know?
Thank you very much for giving a chance for the question.
Okay.
Honestly, I know personally, Bernardo Kusalasamy. I'm not sure.
It's a poet.
I'm not sure whether you recognize me or not. We have met in person.
Yeah, I know. It's a
Yes.
famous poet.
No, honestly,
Poet.
I'm sorry. You just flatter me, and thank you.
The moderator Sarah Venerable as in any man, not in
Yeah.
anime.
Anime. Okay.
This is my pen name. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Anime. Okay.
I think I've met you in person. Yeah. I know. I'm not sure that you recognize me or not. The last time we met was in I think, Malaysia.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Thailand. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. Anyway, I think today I'm really delighted to see you. In the video.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you're doing a great job. In Europe, I know. There now you are in Germany or in Denmark?
And most of my time in Germany. But
Okay.
yeah. I just established the Buddhist center, and I bought that monastery in Denmark. But so at the moment in this discussion too, the Venerable Vijay DK. So I appointed him as a chief resident monk. He's a manager of the monastery. Yeah.
Yeah, nice to see you, Sarah. There's the other guy, our friend, living now in Denmark. Hopefully you know his name is Georgie, right? Hopefully you know him, Georgie.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I know. Okay. Yeah. Now he's in Denmark, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Today, I'll let the question is might be, a bit weird, but I'm also now in New York. I live in America in New York right now. I'm here. And because of military coup, there is no many job opportunity in Burma. So after a military coup, I tried US visa from Bangkok, and yeah, luckily, yeah, my visa was approved and I moved to New York right now. Okay, the question is that, I've seen, so many Burmese Buddhist monks in America, but I feel like, but they name themselves, we are doing the missionary job. We are, missionary monks, like that, blah, 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 right? They talk too much. But in my point of view, I see so many Buddhist monks yeah, honestly, I feel not well qualified, especially to communicate with foreigners, right? They mostly, live in their own community. They cannot broaden their horizon, their, how to say, Buddha's teaching to non-Buddhist people, especially the residents, right? So, but they brag about themselves, right? We are doing the missionary job, like blah, 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 right? But I want them, if possible, right? Yeah, improve or promote their capacity, especially like their language or communication skill or etc., right? So that they can pass through to non-Buddhist people.
Yeah.
I feel like, it will be like later on, right? Like, Japanese Buddhist, Mahayana Buddhist monks.
Okay.
Usually they live only for religious reason. So far I knew they marry like a lay people, right?
Okay.
Yeah, they wear their, how to say, religious clothes or robes only when there's a ceremony, right? I feel later on, I'm afraid that our Buddhist monks will be, like that in the future. So I went then to promote or develop their skill, their capacity, right? So that they can claim they are real missionary Buddhist monks, right? But to me, I'm really impressed you. Honestly, you are doing the really great job, and you can broaden your community, your horizon, teaching Abhidhamma. Also, I have seen you that you are doing like, Zoom meeting or Zoom teaching, right? Like you were teaching a Abhidhamma or something. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Honestly, I want other Buddhist monks to be like you, honestly, right? Yeah. I want them to, how to say, broaden their horizon, really. I want them to pass it
Okay.
to non-Buddhist people. I want them to not only live in the community. Yeah, that's my intention.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good intention. Yeah. Thank you for participating in the discussion. And I always, from my point of view, in the discussion about the education, because of the Burmese education, I think so. Even me, okay, how to say that? In Myanmar education here in this Tawagu session 2, you have discussed a lot about the education. Because of education, it's very late to be a how to say skillful missionary monk. Some monks they are still learning at the age of 40, some 35 they are still learning. So education should be, after the 25 education time should be finished, and then they have to start a missionary work or writing books or teaching or something like that, not learning in the monastery. But because of the Burmese traditional education, it takes you, if you don't pass the Dhammatriya, some monks, it takes 10 years, 15 years, even the 60, 50, they don't pass the exam, there's a education matter. So that is one thing. But another thing what I want to say is some monks, they don't have the English language. So then they focus on the Burmese community. Let it be. It's also necessary. Yeah, it was also necessary. So that's why we don't blame such a monk who don't spread the Buddhism to non-Burmese people. Let it be. I think it's also necessary. But I I saw the many young Buddhist monks who are living in the Sri Lanka, and even in this group, I can see that, like as here in the participant, some monks their English skills are better than me. I saw that. I saw that, and also some young generation who are studying in Sri Lanka. Oh, it's great. I see that. I saw that future. So when they take the responsibility uh, of the missionary work, I think it will develop more than as it is now. That's my point of view. So that's why I'm not worried about the future. In the future, Burmese Buddhist monks, I believe they will get involved to the non-Buddhist society too. So let's hope for the future.
Yeah, honestly, not to blame him, but I feel not
Yeah,
satisfied, right?
yeah,
I
yeah,
feel not
yeah, yeah.
satisfied. I want them,
Satisfy, yeah, I know,
yeah,
yeah.
I want them improve and promote their capacity.
Yeah.
That's it.
But one thing we have to blame on is they don't do anything. They don't do anything not only for the Burmese community, but also the
Yeah.
non-Buddhist community,
Yeah.
and they they just receiving the offering.
Yeah,
So
Queen.
then you can say something, but I'm not talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thanks for your question answer.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, this time the main person Tawagu Siaro raised, but I skipped, but I give the question to us. asked me to ask the question. So this time, please answer the Wagusiara. Okay, your chance.
I should follow the.
Make our chief happy. He will be sad. Don't
Okay.
leave him out.
Okay.
Moderator,
Okay.
because he is the MC.
Okay.
No question, just want to comment for today. Somebody, she wants to be on the track. Want to focus on the missionary work. In this case, I have some experience in Thailand. You know, Watamakaya foundations very great, very big. They can do missionary work very successfully. Even in Middle East, they have the temple, Watamakaya. And surprisingly, they don't have name. Theology doesn't allow the female to be none. It just allow female is like that. Just preacher, a officer, a preacher, and wear the uniform like white and blue. Not like they pass it, not so different from ordinary people, so that they can go to the society, they can communicate with the ordinary people. The theology idea is identical good. Otherwise, like a man or machine, very different, not easy society. That's one point I want to share my experience. For another question now, yes. Now, young generation, we don't want to come to the monastery, how we should solve the program. In my mind, if they don't want to come to monastery, better we should go to them, like Christian missionary wines and care. They go to the society, to the village. If we can do, maybe like the very odd, but we come, how to say, facilitate some activity from the monastery. Even if they don't want to come the monastery, if we can contact some activity they interest, they stage show or Dhamma school, when we close Dhamma school. Under the year, we celebrate some show, some like a dozens. So they can't even, they don't come to the monastery the whole year at the time. They come to the temple. So we should consider such a way. Not only Dhamma, not only the teaching, we cannot consider. We had to have many methods, many ways to bring the young generation to the monastery, to the religion, society. My idea, I just want to share this.
Thank you for your comments, Sarah.
Yeah, that's a great idea. But we actually we're also doing that. There are some events like Binjan, yeah, the Jan New Year Festival. Some comes to participate, but still have most of them, they are not still interested. There are still a lot of youths, they don't want to come, but only in this way, that we have to do that, like the Indian festival. And also I made first European Buddhist Youth Forum. Some of you already know that first European Buddhist Youth Forum from around the 100 youths around the Europe, and not only Europe but also from US. I made that. I think it was successful. And in 2017, 2018, and 2019, I did the second European Buddhist Youth Forum. It's more bigger than the first one in the Germany. It costs a lot of money, so that's why I can't afford to do such a foreign at the moment because it costs around 500,000 euros, a lot, especially that at the moment, our country is
Yes.
at war, a lot of problems. So that's why it's very difficult to organize or to raise a fund to do such a forum. If we do such a kind of events or forum, we need the money to
Yes.
do that. Yeah. So that one's also another challenge.
Yes. Salman also they went and to teach the language there. For example, English, Chinese, Japanese, something like that. They came teach there. They were camped and then. Yes.
What is it? And you think in the Myanmar, but for the Europe, they don't need to wait.
Yeah. Yes. In Myanmar state.
Okay, many questions. Okay, but so this time ဆရာတော်ဥိန္ဒကြာရရွှေစပြေဦးဆရာတော် so I want you to ask the question. So ဥိန္ဒကြာရ okay, the question goes to ဥိန္ဒကြာရ
Okay.
You raise
Okay,
the
thank you
hand.
so much for giving me a chance, moderator Seattle. So,
Okay.
My first question is that, Seattle Kusala Sami, when you teach the foreigner, I saw that you are teaching to the foreigner Abhidhamma class and also the Wisodi Mega class. So, some foreigner are not interested. Using the Pali words too much. So I also have a challenges, such a kind of challenges. So when we teach to the foreigner, how should we, teach, without using the some Pali word, or how should we focus? This is the first question. And also my second question, the man, he comments, he get the suggestion. So, actually, that I'm totally, the promise that we Myanmar monks have not enough knowledge and also especially a communication skill. I also promise. So sometimes, we Buddhist monks have to follow the Vinaya room when we communicate with the laymen or laywomen. Okay, it is our problem. It is our difficulty. So actually, we know we are lack of the communication skill. Okay, so our missionary work is not complete or not successful. Is my comment. So okay, Sarah Kusala Sami, how should we try when we teach to the foreigner without using the Sanpali word, and also let me know that you are experienced.
Okay, so I have to start with my first experience in Munich when I started arriving in Germany, and in 2014 I started arrive in Germany, and the Sariputta Institute they invite me to come to Germany. So after a week, so I feel so shy. I don't want to. I dare not to talk, but I'm prepared. Like it's a old traditional way for the Dhamma talk. Like not very special one about the Sila, Samadhi, and Panya. Sila. I search about the Sila in the Visuddhimagga in Angottara, something like that. I make a note from the different books. Sila in this book, it is explained like that in this book, and it is explained in this book, something like that. Sila, Samadhi, and Panya. So it's a very old traditional way, not like a modern way. And also I use the very simple English, sentence. After finish, oh, you are a great scholar. You're a great scholar. Oh, why? No, you know a lot of texts, a lot of books you refer. You have a reference. Some wisdom monks, they said they talk a lot of words. Their English skills might be more higher than me, but they don't have a reference. Yeah, they don't have a reference like me. So then some people like the traditional way of the teaching. Yeah. So, but some people, that is a one point. Another point is like as an Goinger, as an Goinger, he does not use the traditional way. He is expressing, taking out of the something what he has obtained in meditation. So he explained in this way. And also, Ajahn Chah is a Thai Buddhist monk. It's a very famous. There are a lot of centers. So Ajahn Chah's teaching, like a textbook, it's a very good book. His explanation, you don't see any Pali words. You don't see any Pali words. Every book attract me too much, and also every words take me to very deep. So that's why that is a kind of method. That method is more attracting to the people. But if we want to use the second technique, that the first traditional way is Burmese monks already skillful to use that technique. But another way, why the S.N. Goinger, Ajahn Chah, they can use this technique. They have very profound attainment about the meditation, from the meditation practice. So that's why what I make me aware of that is, if you want to become a successful missionary monk or nun, you need, that's why I say the requirement. You need experience, not the superficial experience, not the 7 days, 10-day retreat, not like that. You practice. You have practiced seriously in the forest for years. That's when these kind of meditator, they become a successful missionary persons in the world. So that's what I'm saw that from these two. But if you don't have if you use the traditional way too, there are still some people who likes that way. When I teach the Visuddhimagga to there's a non-Burmese people, sometimes I parallel with the English and the Pali. Some of the students, they like that methods. They are very interested to know, this Pali word means this English word, something like that. Comparative study. So that's why both methods is good from the different. It has a different advantages.
Okay, thank you so much, Sarah. Because sometimes when I explain to the foreigners or the overseas students without using the some Pali was too much. Actually, I myself was not satisfied. So actually, I would like to know how you teach, and also would like to know your experience.
Yeah.
So I ask you.
I think it depends on the depends on the individual. Yeah, some people may like with the Pali word, with the reference. Maybe if they are from the university or from the educational background, they like a reference. But from the as an ordinary person, they don't like to hear the some Pali words or reference. They are not interested, but they just want to know the exact or precise instruction and think so. Yeah. So it depends on the individual, which way we have to know, which way we have to use.
Okay. One more question is that, Sarah, when you write the book, when you write the your name and then when in the blanket, you write the ultimate. Why do you write that this ultimate?
This is I don't use that name anymore. When I start writing as a pen name, pen name Atime, it has I have to talk about the story, but I don't say. So Atime, the words that words I have found in the Myazedi Jalsa inscription, Myazedi Rajakumar inscription. Atime, I found that. So what is Atime in that inscription? Jalsa. And then it means a nature. It inspired me too much. They translate very beautifully. It's a nature. Even nowadays, we don't translate Atime. So that's why it's not very special. Just the words inspire me, then I take that.
I thought that, when you left the State Periodic Sasana University, you may have no place to stay there. So I think you get
it's a homeless. You can translate homeless.
What you mean. Okay, thank you.
It's a nature.
Okay. Thank you, Vanilla.
Okay, the very good question, a very good answer. Okay, now, okay. I think the next the question go to Honorable Teika. Okay, now Honorable Teika. I don't know where Sarah is from. Okay, now you can ask the question. Okay.
Okay. Okay, when Dami Bandi. Yeah, Minglara Sarah.
Okay, Minglava. Oh.
So for the first, so earlier Venerable Kusalasami discussed the traditional way and other way, right? The modern way. Actually, traditional way is no, there's nothing wrong with the traditional way, and I don't see there is to be figure small using the traditional way, giving reference. So now actually I live in the Indonesia Sumatra Islands. So and I live in the Sariputta Buddhist area. According his that name, we always had to give the reference to talk something, because this is from the Buddhist Pali Canon, but after we use the Pali word, we must translate, and also we must interpret. We must interpret the modern word, like for example, okay, sanctity.
Lost him. Lost him. I cannot hear. You can hear?
So most of the religious leaders are
I cannot hear.
Follow the culture. We get engaged with the children, with the next generation, and also that can make us improve our communication skill, right? As a monk, we are very, very weak in communication skill, and also me too here. So the last, I want to ask a question, then Venerable Kusala Sambi. When do you live there alone in the temple? So how do you manage yourself to live alone, isolated? Because there sometimes there's living alone is isolated or lonely or something, right? So how do you manage that part?
Okay. So the firstly, I should say, I think about the traditional method and modern method. Actually, we need to give a lot of time to define. Yeah, to define. I hope you understand what I mean. But the atmosphere depends on the atmosphere, or depends on to which people we are talking. Yeah. So to the Buddhist people, as I said before, to the students or to the scholars, to another Buddhist community, we have to explain with the references that's more effective. But for example, in the interreligious dialogue, so they are not interested in the reference. So if we talk about the metta, loving kindness, if we explain about the metta, so I think from my point of view, we should not, we don't need to talk with the references. So the metta in the common understanding, we should talk about that. Yeah. So that's what I mean. So that's why sometimes it depends on the situation. Sometimes we should use the reference. Sometimes without the reference, we should use some common words to understand the metta. And also in metta, in Buddhist perspective, and even though there metta has a different perspective, but we should cut off all the connection with the religion. We have to take that loving kindness that's common to all the religion. Yeah. So that's what I mean. There's a two methods. So in the Ajahn Chah teachings too, there's no references, but even though he's teaching Buddha's, he is showing the Buddha's path, the Buddha's way. Okay, so how to how to what is it? How to stay alone? I think you have had problems staying alone.
So asking the question through experience. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I talk with the students from the university, young girls and boys, and they ask me where you stay. Hey, I'm stay here. Then with whom you have a girlfriend or you have a wife, a children? No, I'm staying alone. Oh, they feel surprised. So it's not possible to stay alone. No, I'm staying alone. So it's a very difficult, but I'm still how to say fulfilling myself and to stay happily alone, as I still have not reached to where I want to be. I'm still not satisfied. But one thing, what I can tell you is, according to my experience, after the military coup, I feel not happy. I always said, this kind of feeling. I'm not happy to stay not only alone, but also in my daily life. So if some feeling sad or something bad, I prepare for my class. I made a preparation PowerPoint. I prepare even though I'm not satisfied with this PowerPoint. I prepare the PowerPoint over around 5,000 pages. I read and I take a note and I prepare and also so I kept myself occupied with the preparation of my works like teachings. So it makes me feel happy. Like a Visuddhimagga preparation. I always share with the Venerable Vijayta, who is in charge in the Dhamma temple. If I get angry, I walk. If I feel sad, I walk. So that's why I always keeping me busy with my preparation for my class. So in this way, sometimes I prepare from my eyes open from the morning to the midnight. So I don't feel any lonely or something. Some bad thoughts. I can stay away from that kind of feeling.
Thank you for your answer. Right, very useful. Make oneself busy, make ourselves occupied, make ourselves get tired. Right.
Yeah.
Very useful. Yeah, because here I can find any Burmese people. So sometimes I want to talk something Burmese.
So you can connect talk with via Zoom or other social platform. You can contact.
Yeah. So now I see. I like your answer. Very complete, right? Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
And we say that Tara, how do you solve the problem? Nice to meet you. How you do?
Yes. Nice to meet you, Bande.
It's okay over there? How are you there?
Yes, great.
Okay. He is in charge in Denmark Center, right? Denmark Saya Abona.
Yeah.
Okay. Next time you explain your experience, no? This time, okay, let him.
That's a good idea. He knows English. He knows he has learned the English very well. His pronunciation also good, but he always reluctant to talk. I always say talk.
Okay.
Okay, moderator, he want to conclude.
So now, any question there? Any question? So no one raised
Last question.
their hands. Okay.
No one.
So I had no question, but I want to say very much the appreciation to both speaker. So so Siale Matija also explained about the Shan State Buddhist University for those who are very interested to study there. So they can ask, and Siale also explained well. Also, especially for the Seattle Ukudasami, you explain your own experience. Without the own experience, you cannot explain anything. Okay, no. So you did your missionary work about the 10 years, right? 10 years.
10 years
So,
already.
Young things, not So we cannot. So how can I say so you have so much the knowledge. Also, you have so much experience in Europe. That is why you can, whatever the question appear, you can answer well. So without own experience, you cannot. So here, the words you explained first, the missionary, the definition of your missionary is very, I like very much your definition. So you said, do missionary work. So we should be developed in ourselves. Okay? So we should be developed ourselves, right? So
Yeah.
without the knowing, without the missionary mindset in our mind, so we cannot do missionary to other. So that's why you to do missionary. Another definition is the propagation and promotion that you explain. So doing the missionary work is you need to we need to fulfill propagation and promotion, the two words. So I like your definition very much. Also, you explain very very much the informative the question the answer to the audience. Thank you very much, Seattle. So you inspire me a lot to do missionary in the Europe. But one day, together with Tawagu Seattle, so I try to do my best. Okay, no.
I'm inviting him to stay in Denmark.
Okay, thank you. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, very successful this session today, I think. Okay, no, thank you so much for the speaker and for the audience. Okay, no.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
okay.
Thank you
no?
all. Thank you
Thank
all.
you all. Okay.
Stay
you.
strong,
Thank you all.
safe.
Yeah.
Bye bye. Good night.
Have a
Okay.
good
Bye
night.
bye. Okay.
Bye.
See you next time. Okay, no. Okay.